Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. David Irving breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37.
4 down. 26. Go, get out there. 26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block.
Watch 98. Here you go. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Here we go, 46. Here we go, check it motion. Check the call, 46.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. Elliott, the leading rusher for the 2nd time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than 2nd-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
46.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott dancing to his left. Cooper's got it. Cooper fast with the feet. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here you go. Check out route. 26.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here we go, get out, let's go, get out, get out. Here we go, get out, let's go, get out, get out. Hey, hey, hey. 26. 98, right. Move. Pick it up, defense, let's go. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
He'll get it up the middle, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Got a second here to assess Pittsburgh's last season as their offense comes onto the field. You know, for most of the folks that are fans of the Steel City, they're probably saying, wow, this was tough. But, hey, they were 9-6-1. The thing is, expectations there are playoffs every year.
You're right, and to show that, they haven't been under 500 since 2003. It's a very consistent franchise. But remember how the season began. Le'Veon Bell once again holding out. They expected him to show up and play. That didn't happen. Then at the end of the year, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger. What's going to happen there? So they bookended their season with controversies.
It got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. They may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Here we go, here we go. Games.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
Let's go, let's go. Four down. Snickers, 66. 48,
Now a first down carry by Bell. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, get that, let's go, get out, get out. Switch, switch, and 8. Watch 98, watch 98, 98 to Mike. Check pass.
2nd down, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 39 that time.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Swing, swing to the field, right, to the right. Switch, switch, and 8. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Gun, gun, gun. 26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Forced out to his left. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 40 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pavin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, IB Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pavin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pavin. Way to go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And Hill running right through it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss, the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Roethlisberger will throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5. Ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Again to Elliott. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Prescott on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Move.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Prescott to throw this time. And that's Elliott, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here's Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. He's at the 30.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A second down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go, 46. 4 down. Check. Mike 50. Man, I got you. Here we go, 46. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Come on, let's go. Grind 38.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
We got 4. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down. Check 3. Check 3. Snickers, 66.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Again, it's Bell. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a 1st. Now the toss to Bell running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He's back to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Throwing here, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.